That was the best state of play I have ever watched. Sony absolutely knocked it out of the park with that one, and it went on for just over an hour, and it was just such a good presentation. There were so many highlights to it. I think the only low point was when we had some marathon DLC or expansion announced. Aside from that, everything had me gripped. And if you were someone who was at home watching along with me on stream, whether it's on Twitch or on YouTube, I appreciate you being there. If you missed out, we're doing it again for Summer Games Fest, so I hope to see you there. But I just want to run down some of my highlights of this show and why I'm so happy that I got to watch it, and why I'm so happy that this is the way that Sony is going forward. So it kicked off as we expected with another look at Insomniac's Wolverine game, and this is just getting gorier and gorier and gorier, and it just looks insane and incredible. The way that Wolverine interacts with the world, the way that he attacks, the way that the combos fit together, the way that there seems to be synergy with him and Jean as well. It just all flows so well in such a brutal package too. The other cool thing was we got a bit of a hint that this is going to be much more of a story-driven game as opposed to like the free roaming aspect. At least that's what I took away from it anyway when we were talking more of the single-player experience with it. So yeah, overall this is shaping up to be absolutely incredible, and I am so excited for this game. I mean, there were little nitpicks that I had with it, where how his suit healed when it was like taking damage and all that, and at the end of the day, like, if that's the worst thing I can pick out from it, then so be it. Like, it looks so sick. After we saw Wolverine, we stayed in that Marvel universe and we got ourselves another look at Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, and there was a mysterious character that was first shown that I didn't recognize. If he's part of any game so far or any of the Marvel universe, I didn't know him. We then saw another team get announced, and if you don't know, this is how Arc System has been doing this so far. They've been announcing teams of characters, and there's teams of 4. It's a 3-on-3 fighting game. You pick 3 of these 4 for a team, and you know, you've got a bit more synergy there together. And we saw the Knights of Doom, and I'm hand on heart probably going to be picking this just because how cool these guys looked. The synergy they had together, the lines that they were coming out with as well, like the text, like the dialogue, oh, it was so sick. So we saw, obviously, Dr. Doom, who we've seen before, we saw Magneto, we saw Green Goblin, and we saw Carnage, and Carnage was giving me big MVC2 vibes, and it was just so sick. And everyone who's into fighting games in the chat just looked so happy with it all. Like, we were all super happy with it, super stoked for it. I just can't wait to play more of it, and it's not long and it's going to be in our hands, and I am so excited to share all of that with you. After that was a game that I didn't really expect to see. I didn't have any sort of nostalgia for it. I don't particularly care for the series, but it was Rayman with Rayman Legends Retold, and it looks like it is a classic 2D Rayman game, but the aesthetic, it was just gorgeous. Like, it just looks so good, and I'm so glad it's gone away from that like Rabbids world, and it's more now focused on Rayman being Rayman. But yeah, it looked really impressive. I think it's going to have this 4-player co-op. It just looks like a really fun game, and just it gripped me in a way that I didn't think it was going to grip me. It was then that I saw part of a game that I really didn't expect to be getting any form of sequel, and it was Dave the Diver, but not Dave the Diver himself. This is actually the story of Bancho, the chef from Dave the Diver, and this looks like it leans heavily on the restaurant management aspect of that game, because that was something that I absolutely loved in Dave the Diver. And this looks like it's going to be going way more into like the Cooking Mama style of it, the restaurant side of it. There was a little bit of fishing involved as well, but the art style looked wild. This just looks like it is going to be just so much fun, and I am here for it. Day one. Dave the Diver got me. This has got me. I'm in. And they made a game which I didn't know was coming. I don't think any of us knew about this one. Apparently the presenter we'd seen before, but we had Kamuri Hunt the Unseen, which is like a game where you hunt ghosts and you take on different forms to do so and get different abilities for doing it. It can also be in a co-op mode. Really interesting. Would love to learn more about it. And a game that followed didn't need an introduction. we saw Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. I'm someone who, the last time I said this, I got lambasted for it, but I never played the Tomb Raider games when I was a kid. I was a Nintendo boy, all right? I grew up on my N64, my SNES. I didn't have a PlayStation to play Tomb Raider. But this looks insane. Like, everything about this just gave me those big vibes. Now, I'm not sure if this is the one which is the remake of the old game, or if this is the story that was never told and should have been told, but it looked really cool. Like, everything about it had me going, I'd pick this up, I'd play it. And I don't normally play games that are based in sort of modern day reality, but this just had me, and it looked like a really fun game. And Lara Croft was very Lara Croft. After that, I thought we were getting Dino Crisis, and all of my chat thought we were getting Dino Crisis as well. But instead, we got ourselves a look at The Lost Wild, which, without knowing too much about it, I don't really know, but it looks like it's going to be airing on that survival game style with dinosaurs around. It won't be something I'll be picking up because I looked terrified whilst it was on, but if that looks like it's going to be your bag, then I would pay more attention to it. It's coming out in next year. Now, someone in my chat said that we were getting a trailer for a trailer, and that's kind of right. We had a bit of a preview of Phantom Blade Zero, but only to say that the full preview will be coming in summer, and we could then pre-order the game, but right now we couldn't pre-order the game. Bit weird. I've been waiting for a lot more information on that because the Samurai Souls-like genre has been really cool lately, and this looks like it's going to be a really, really good game. I just want to learn more and get my hands on it. The next two games are ones that I'm going to rattle off quite quickly because I don't really have any love for either of them. First is Dune Awakening. It's an MMO from what I can tell, and I do not like console-based MMOs. I don't get along with them. And also, this looks like an MMO, if you know what I mean. Like, it kind of has a bit of a bland feel to it, and I haven't got that much feeling for the Dune world. And Shai Hulud did not look as menacing as I thought he was going to look in this one. And then after that, we saw Dynasty Warriors 3 Complete Edition Remastered, which is a mouthful of a title, but Koei Tecmo seem to always do that with the Dynasty Warriors games. But this one, again, I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors fan. I didn't like the original Dynasty Warriors style of games. I didn't like the Hyrule Warriors games, so I've got no way of wanting this and no real need to pick this up. But if you do have nostalgia for those games, then you're going to love it. But for me, it was a big no. And then the team behind Ori showed off No Rest for the Wicked, which is apparently on early access in Steam already, with a hand-painted art style that, you know me, you know I love a great art style, a unique art style, and this looks incredible. I'm going to be looking at picking this up if I can get like early access to it or a demo to it so I can try it out and see, but this just looks so up my street. I just really hope that the single player experience is as good as what the multiplayer looks like on it. Onimusha Way of the Sword was shown off, and we've seen a lot of this already, and it's really weird when you always see Phantom Blade Zero. Onimusha Way of the Sword is not too far behind, and it's now a race of which one's going to come out first, and it looks like this one is going to be coming out because it is coming out in September of this year. You're going to notice that a lot of games are coming out in September this year to try and get ahead of Grand Theft Auto. It's either September of this year or February of next year is going to be stacked, and I welcome it. I can't wait for it. I'm a person who's going to be really happy with everything that comes out. But yeah, we had another look at Onimusha Way of the Sword, and if you're an Onimusha fan, there's more to love there, so it's going to be a really fun experience. Scottish Silent Hill was then shown off again with Silent Hill Townfall, which looks way creepier than I remember it looking. Like, the last time it was just kind of the guy going around the town, and then it was a little bit of like, oh hey, you're in Silent Hill. And this was just like, no, this is Silent Hill. You are going to be creeped out. You're going to be scared. You're going to be terrified. I won't be playing it. Scotland is scary enough. Don't need this to make it any scarier. Bandai Namco then hit us with Ace Combat 8 Wings of Thieve, and I can't say thieve without thinking I'm saying Steve with a TH. I feel like I've got a lisp when I say it. But yeah, I've never played Ace Combat games, but this looked like a really good fun. It looked very Bandai Namco as well. Like, it looked exactly like you'd expect a Bandai Namco game to play and look. And again, it was a big cinematic trailer. There was no gameplay shown, but it is coming in October, so I'm sure gameplay isn't going to be too far behind. The next game was one that we all couldn't figure out what it was. Some of us thought it was Fast and Furious. I thought it might have been like a Cruising USA style of game, but it was Stuntman Hollywood. And what gave it away was, well, first it was Knight Rider that you saw, then it was the car from Mad Max, and then finally we saw the DeLorean from Back to the Future. And yeah, we were all going nuts for it. It looks like a proper fun game. I think I've played one of the old Stuntman games, but to see it come back and to see all this like nostalgia for it as well is just class. I'm here for it. Now, when you start off a presentation with Wolverine and he's impaling everything, it's kind of hard to top that in terms of gore, but Ill definitely looks like it is doing that. This is just stupidly heavy on the gore, to the point where I'm pretty certain there was a demonic baby getting punched, which made me laugh, but also like, just wow. All right, wow, it looks, yeah, nuts. We had another look at the new Control Resonant game as well. Again, it's not something that I'm going to be playing or picking up, just simply because I've got no like emotive attachment to the Control franchise. I've never played them. I didn't really like Alan Wake 2 when I played that, so yeah, I'm not going to be diving in. But if you are a Control fan, it looks like a bit of a departure from the old one. But it looks like it's got everyone excited for it, so more power to it. We then got a look at a game which I never thought I'd be saying in 2026, and that's RuneScape, with RuneScape Dragon Wilds, which is coming to PlayStation 5, and it's not the RuneScape that you and I remember. It looks very different, very weird. However, it could be fun. I'm not getting too excited for it. It's not something that I'm super over the moon with. I don't like it when old things like that get changed and manipulated to cash in on a name, but it could be something amazing. I don't know. We had a look then at Until Dawn 2, which I kind of was thinking was giving big sort of teenage Far Cry vibes to start off with, and then it kind of went into what it was. And yeah, everyone can die, everyone can live was like the tagline for it. I'm not sure what we're going to be getting with this. I haven't played the original Until Dawn. I don't feel a need to, so it's not something that I'm personally excited for, but it does look like it was going to be really unsettling, really creepy, really over the top, and it kind of gave me like big like movie vibes as well. So what we're going to be getting with that, I'm not sure, but if you're a fan of Until Dawn, you're going to have a lot more to enjoy. And finally, we got a look at 20 uninterrupted minutes of the new God of War game. I believe the way you pronounce this is God of War Laufey or Laufey. Could be wrong there. However, it looks insane. I have only just managed to pick my jaw up off the floor with this one. You play as Faye, who was Kratos' wife, who sadly passes away before the start of the 2016 game, and it's her journey through the afterlife, it looks like, and it just looks like she is kicking ass at every corner. We knew that Faye was going to be tough, because she's the one who gave Kratos his axe in the original game. But bloody hell, she looks so cool. There's also 2 side characters that we meet, one of which is called Frank, and he's a gelatinous cube. And how he plays into this game, I'm not sure, but he looks like he's going to be your companion character, and you get a talking sword, or the ribbons on the sword, sorry, Rue, talking, and yeah, it's... it made me chuckle, made me laugh, but the idea of a gelatinous cube being your sidekick is just incredible. But the combat just looks so cool. Like, I could gush about this game. It had me and everyone in the chat just going like, wow, this is what we've got. I cannot wait to get my hands on this and to learn more about it. I absolutely loved the God of War games when they came back out, and I'm sure a lot of you did as well. And as you can tell, I am losing my voice right now talking about this, because I've been talking non-stop about it. But yeah, it is, it's going to be so much fun. And there we have it. That was a quick rundown of the Sony State of Play, the kick off this E3 season, well, this non-E3 E3 season. I cannot wait to see what is coming at Summer Game Fest and what the other companies have got at their directs and their showcases. If this is how we're kicking it off, it's going to be so good. I am so excited for the future of gaming at the moment. And this is making all the bad news that we've had recently just, a little bit better. Sony also announced a bunch of hardware yesterday with more information on the Flex Fight Stick. We saw the monitor that they're bringing out as well, which is only coming to the States and Japan and not the UK. What's that all about? And we saw another look at the speakers. It's a good time to be a PlayStation fan. We are eating good. But yeah, it is late. I've got to edit this video and get it up. And yeah, I thank you once again for everyone who's checked out the streams and hung out. I'm going to be doing more of them, like I said, for all of these presentations, and I hope to see you there. Look after yourselves, stay safe out there, and I'll see you for the next one.